If you're even thinking about calling Colorado Springs home, be sure to stay tuned for this entire video because we are going to give you 5 of our favorite reasons that we like to call Colorado Springs home.
So as you guys know, we can probably think of way more than just 5 different topics to talk about on why you should move to Colorado Springs.
There's dozens. Check out our channel.
But these are probably like the top 5 that we see when people do move here to Colorado Springs. They're moving here for this particular reason. And the first one is going to be kind of housing. Architect, pricing. I mean, as your local real estate agents, of course, we have to talk about housing, but that can kind of be several different things. Definitely price points, they range anywhere from, you can get a small 2-bedroom condo for about $150,000, or you can buy a $5.5 million mansion. We have a little bit of everything. And then one of the things that Sean really likes too is a different architect that we have. And especially since we have traveled different places, we kind of get to see a little bit different.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, especially you guys talking about like what you think Colorado Springs actually looks like versus what it is. And you're not wrong. Like, do we have farm style houses with 50 acres of land and 6 outbuildings on it? Yeah, of course we do. Do we have Victorian style homes? Of course we do. Do we have mid-century homes? Of course we do. So the answer is we have housing variations in abundance.
Yeah.
You can get brick, you can get stucco, you can get traditional vinyl siding. So if you are looking for a certain style home, it's probably going to match your certain style personality. And we have different pockets of Colorado Springs to fit kind of exactly what you're looking for, based on my opinion with you as the viewers.
Well, and the cool thing too, you guys, is, I feel like, maybe this is a biased opinion, this is solely my opinion, but I feel like Colorado Springs is kind of like ahead of times when it comes to what we're building. We have barndominiums, which is freaking crazy. I remember when those were just kind of a thought. Now they're full blown up. We have an agent friend who has one. We should actually probably go tour that as soon as it goes live. It's stunning. And it's something that is not your typical housing but we have it here. We have tiny homes. Tiny homes are big here because people will buy land. A lot of people want to minimalize. They want to live a very minimalist lifestyle. And so you can do that here because we literally have a place for you everywhere.
What is your friend's, what is it called? A cargo home in Black Forest where she built it out of?
Yeah.
You guys have seen the shipping containers?
Yeah.
It's like a shipping container, the giant metal, just whatever that is. And hers is 3 or 4?
She was one of the first people to get it permitted.
It's in Black Forest.
As
We've
an
actually
actual
been there.
home.
Yeah, the beams to hold this thing up are completely made of steel. She's like, I don't want to say like what are they called? Where the world's gonna end? An apocalyptic crazy person?
No, she's not.
But she does have like backup generators, and this thing is definitely reinforced. She has like all the storage food just in case things hit the fan. But that house was actually super, super cool.
Yeah. So that's a little bit about kind of housing. Another thing too, you guys, we do have basements. We've talked about that before. It's very, very common in Colorado, especially Colorado Springs. And that is one thing that I've noticed. The more people that we help out of state, the more that it's not common. And they're like, oh my gosh, it's freaky. Some basements are freaky if they are completely underground. There's very small windows, it's very dark, original carpeting. Those could be a little freaky, but really basements just allow you to have extra space and extra real estate.
Yeah, we just had some people here from Arizona that were looking to purchase in the Colorado Springs area, and that's exactly what she said. We showed, I don't know, maybe like 6 houses one day, and we did see a creepy basement, but then we saw, and it was super strange actually. It had like really narrow hallways and tunnels to like random rooms that didn't really make any sense. But then she saw a nice little open layout. She's like, oh, this is so great. This is not creepy at all. And that first one had like spider webs and stuff in it. Keep up on your cleaning. So yeah, that one was crazy, but we can just find regular, normal, livable basements here too.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, this is spacious.
Now, one of our favorites is definitely nature. And nature, man, we could go on and on. That is one thing people flock to Colorado Springs for, is that there's literally anything to do outside, you can do it.
Yeah, you have 4 true seasons. Seasons are changing, hence Crystal's little blanket here. She's a little bit cold. But you do have 4 true seasons. You get summer, you get fall colors, you get winter, snow, you get all the things. 300 days of sunshine. Another thing, which is really just personal preference, usually what I see is that people who live in Florida hate humidity, and people who are born and raised in Colorado hate the dry climate. So that one's a toss-up, but we do have a drier climate. It's less humid here, so if you take a shower and then dry off, you will actually stay dry. But yeah, we have tons of stuff to offer when it comes to nature. 14ers if you're a big hiker, mountain biking, climbing. I mean, you name it, nature is literally your back door.
Well, and you guys know that the incline, not my thing at all, but there's so many other hikes and trails that you can do. We just went out last weekend. What was meant to be like a 2.5 mile walk
was almost 5.
Ended up being 5, and your girl was not prepared at all. And it was my idea, which was, I don't have anybody else to blame, but
I told her to change her shoes.
I didn't.
She didn't change her shoes. Rookie.
But and it was a super, I'm not going to say easy because no hike is easy for me, but it wasn't super crazy hiking. It wasn't like really big uphill, really crazy downhill. It was just kind of a nice little square walk, and you can jog, obviously, you can run, you can bike. There was a lot of people on bikes. You could bring your horses, which is pretty cool. Pick up after them.
This is not an endorsement, but if you're in Colorado Springs or you like hiking in general, download the app All Trails. It shows you elevation, cool. It shows you landmarks for like if there's flowers or mountain views or anything that you should be like on the lookout for during your hike. It shows you exactly where you are on the plot. You can download the maps so that like if you don't have cell phone service, you don't have to stress about it. And it tells you how long they are. We did not do the 2-mile hike. That was a right turn. We did the almost 5-mile one. That was a left turn. But the ladies wanted to get ahead of me and kind of pick their own path. So
us ahead of him. Yeah, right, you guys.
I was trying to get the camera and the backpack and the waters, and they're just rushing me. So that's what they get.
But anyway, there's so many things to do when it comes to nature of all different sorts. So it doesn't matter if you're, big athlete like Sean, or if you're more of just like a casual, I don't even know what I am, like little fluffy, sort of athletic, not really athletic.
You ran track in high school.
Yeah, in high school, 50 million years ago. But
you ran a gym?
I did run a gym.
For a long time.
I did.
After high school.
No, it was way after high school. But anyway, there is a lot of things for you to do between, and like Sean said, there's 14ers, there's the incline, there's just nature walks, which is really nice. But even aside from the bigger things to do, a lot of the communities here in Colorado Springs all have really nice family walking trails, and another thing too, which this is probably kind of housing culture. I don't really know which category this would be, but I did notice in other places too, is that a lot of places don't have sidewalks. Mm-hmm. And here in Colorado Springs, you have sidewalks. So you can walk through even neighborhoods just on the sidewalks if they don't have trails, but a lot of them will have trails for you to walk. So it's just nice. Nature is 100% something that draws people here, I think.
As much as I wanted to become a biker, trust me, I wanted to, whether it's mountain biking or cycling, we are very, very biking friendly too. We have bike lanes. I'm not sure if that is a nationwide thing or not, but we have bike lanes and people very much abide by them, and mountain biking trails galore. To your point about the walking trails in the communities, that's another neat feature. Newer developments further away from nature have tons of walking trails. If you are in a more established community with more established nature, you are much, much closer. So you can probably just hop on a trail and be somewhere in less than minutes.
Yep.
In case you can't tell by our bubbly personalities, Colorado Springs is also a extremely friendly community as a whole. It's family friendly. It's military friendly, it's nerd friendly. We actually just had in August, there's Comic-Con here at the World Arena.
Ball Arena.
The Ball Arena is in Denver. The World Arena is here. Yeah. The small one here in Colorado Springs, it's a 3-day event. There's also like games and toys event that happens. I believe it's in September, but it's only a 1-day event. One of my best friends, he's in IT and he is a total nerd, and yet I don't play video games or any of that stuff, yet we get along just great. So it's very family friendly, very friendly towards anyone, and especially this. I know that this is kind of a newer topic, but also not so newer topic at the same time. But LGBTQ is like totally accepted here.
Yeah,
there's never a time, I shouldn't say never. If you are a part of that community, which we've actually done, like
we
Pride
do a lot of the Pride, we do
downtown.
Pride events. They have a huge Pride parade. There's several different communities and clubs that are very, very supportive. And I would say that most of Colorado Springs it's very, very supported.
And there's always different things happening in the community for really anyone, but they do have like coffee meetups for specific whatever it is, like whether it's LGBTQ or you're wanting to go play Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon or like do your video games on the computer or PlayStation or Xbox. Like all of this stuff is happening.
Or if you're like a book enthusiast, right? So there's a ton of coffee shops. And what I love too about Colorado Springs, this is not like necessarily in the topic, but we have so many different small businesses that these, like whatever group you're interested, whatever type of hobby or whatever is really kind of heavy on your heart and you want to serve there's a community for you. And all kinds of different spots to where like there's a ton of book clubs and they meet at these like little local coffee shops and support small businesses, yet get together, feel supported within themselves. And I love that. I love that no matter what you're interested in, you will find your people.
Even back to what we were just talking about with nature, there's running clubs, there's biking clubs, there's hiking clubs, there's snowboarding people that go up to the mountain.
Softball clubs,
kickball. There's something happening in the community, whether it's indoors or outdoors, throughout the entire year, and everybody here is accepted. Huge military advocates, obviously, for our community here. So whatever it is that you're looking to connect with, even military spouses, like if you're not actively in the military, but you're a military spouse, like that's, I don't know. I haven't really ever heard of anybody getting shunned as like a military spouse, but I'm sure it happens. But it's not really happening here. Like it's just everything is acceptable here.
I was just gonna say that's kind of the thing. It's not as though like we're saying that any of this stuff is not accepted anywhere else. I think the biggest thing to kind of take away from it is that you will find your people and you will feel accepted, loved, and that you are a part of something pretty instantly. And I think that is something that is very, very special and amazing to have right here in our own backyard.
With that being said, I did talk about this. It's actually been a long time since I've talked about this, but post-COVID, people want to stay in their own little bubbles and not get out. Like it is ultimately up to you. You have to reach out to people, whether it's through social media or meeting at a restaurant or a cafe or whatever. Like you have to make the first move to kind of get out of your little shell, since post-COVID, everybody just wants to stay indoors and away from people.
And like what Sean's saying too with that is it's not like you have to like call someone up.
Hey, what up?
Social media is huge, or just go to like your local coffee shop and you will see people reading the same book as you, or go to the local bar and go sit up at the bar top and start having conversations, or go on Facebook and literally search, what is it, Dungeons and Dragons, so D&D?
Whatever. Whatever you're into.
And then it will pop up 50 million clubs that you can go, and you just go and I can guarantee you that you walk in, no matter what hobby, what is heavy on your heart, I guarantee you will feel accepted.
Yeah, and even if you're not a social media savvy or you hate social media, Google is still a crazy thing. I know ChatGPT exists too, so pick whichever one you want, but if you just Google Colorado Springs local events this week, there'll probably be a dozen that pop up, or wherever you're at in the local area.
Yep.
So pick what's interesting to you, but just know that Colorado Springs as a whole is a very accepting community, family friendly, and really friendly to everyone and anyone.
Yep. The next one would definitely be growth. Colorado Springs is constantly growing. Pikes Peak Regional Building puts out hundreds of permits every single week. And so as for housing, it's definitely continuing to growing. But one of my favorite things, because if you couldn't tell, if you're new here to our channel, definitely like and subscribe so you can get to know us a little bit better and learn more about Colorado Springs. But I love to travel, you guys. If I could be on the water and go to different locations every week, I would 100% do it. But we're not quite there yet. However, we do like to take trips. I like once a quarter. It's probably about twice a year, maybe 3 times a year that we get out. But
it depends on the year.
Right. But the big thing is that because Colorado Springs is a little bit smaller, right? So our airport didn't have any international flights. So if you wanted to go to Cancun, then you have to drive down to Denver, which isn't that big of a deal. It's an hour and 45 minutes. But I just would rather not do that. And the growth that is coming, and it's so exciting that we have now international flights out of Colorado Springs Airport. Right now, I think that there's only one, but I think that they're obviously, they just redid the whole entire airport. So that way they can have a customs there to allow more international flights. They're not going to dump that kind of money into it unless they are planning on growing big time. And so I am super excited. Their first flight is from Colorado Springs direct to Cancun. So
in addition to that, it was never a big deal before, and it's still not a big deal to me at least. But they didn't really have a, what is it, like an Amex lounge, but not just a general lounge, like a lounge.
Didn't have like a lounge. Yeah.
And now there is one. I am not sure because I think it just opened last month. It could have opened a little bit.
A few months now, but yeah.
I have not been there. I will be there in a. Have you seen it? What is it? What is it like Amex or
no?
Which kind of card?
No, there's no. I don't know what.
You have to have some sort of card to allow you.
I think it's a priority pass.
Is it?
That one pass that we had to download?
Yeah. Okay. So yes, they do have a lounge now. I have yet to see it. I will be there in T-minus like 11 days or so. So I will let you know how the lounge is after we get to experience it. Yeah, we will. We're going to Miami.
We fly out of Colorado Springs.
We're going to Miami.
Or we fly out of Denver.
We're going to Miami.
Oh, actually, no. I can't remember.
We're going to Miami from Springs. She books the flight, and yet I don't.
Shock might be
so
right.
don't ask me.
You guys, it's been a crazy. I don't know what I'm doing.
I will keep you posted on the lounge. Just to touch on lounges, Denver Lounge, freaking amazing. But we're not talking about Denver right now.
We're not.
So international flights.
Growth. Yep.
With housing in general. Housing in general is always going to be growing here. We still have, there's new homes I just saw the other day starting in the low 300s. There's also like multi-million-dollar properties being established. So whatever price point you're shooting for, give us a call or shoot us a text at 719-238-1771. We got you when it comes to housing. And then I thought there was one other thing that we wanted to chat about.
The growth with like shopping centers and stuff.
Yes, the shopping centers, which is great, but relatively like it's sort of frustrating because every time I see one, I'm like, oh yay! I just recently talked about Fountain, like, oh, Fountain's getting this whole new development for shopping centers. They're very, very similar is my only frustration with them. They get a grocery store, they get a car wash, of course, because everybody needs another car wash, another dentist's office because we all need that, a tire or automobile shop of some sort, and then some usually similar fast food chains or restaurants. Like, that's my biggest issue, is that we just need more unique local mom and pop shops. If you are an entrepreneur, please move here and open a great restaurant because we would love to have you. So it's great. I am excited that Dave's Hot Chicken has a second location here. So that's super exciting. And Prime 25, which is one of the best steak places in town, more upscale.
We do have to go to that one.
More upscale restaurant. They're opening on the north end of town. We have footage from Prime 25 though. Great experience, great ambiance on their west side location near what we call Motor City. That's where you do all your automobile shopping. Not all of it, but that's like a huge area for it.
Well, and I want to ask you guys, because I haven't noticed it so much when we do travel, a little bit, but because we don't go to like town to town to town, it's harder to see. But do you guys, where you currently live right now, comment below, tell us where you live. And then do you guys find that the community centers like Sean said, they have a restaurant, they have a car wash, normally a liquor store, a dentist office. Do you see that same pattern where you live too, or is it just like a Colorado thing? Comment below and let us know like what your typical, when you start to see these, you know, or if you already have them established, what does that look like? Do you have a bunch of dentist office, bunch of tire places, a bunch of car washes, or is it just us?
Guess we're gonna find out.
It drives me bonkers. You guys, I got the coolest thing. This is totally not Colorado related, but I got this cap that makes it a sippy cup, and it's the best thing ever. That's it. If you guys want the link, comment below.
We do not have a TikTok shop or
We do not, but I probably
but she's
should.
going to make it now.
I
just
probably
because of
should
this.
because this is the coolest invention ever. I don't know why it's taken it so long, but anyway, we'll get back to our regular programming.
All right. I hope you're watching this as soon as it gets released, because if so, this timing will make perfect sense. At the time of this recording, it is beginning of September, which you guys will see this probably in about a week or so. But one of my favorite times of the year is NFL season and college season, because now I'm going to get into college football. She's doomed. For my hockey fans, that's starting too. And for my NBA fans, that's starting too. So one of the great perks of living in Colorado Springs, especially if you are a local sports fan, is the ease of access to be able to go to these great sporting events in Denver without having to actually live in Denver, because I would never want to live in Denver. But if you are a Broncos fan or a Rockies fan,
Which we're going to the first game on. I do live like in
On Saturday.
Or Sunday.
doesn't even know what date. That's college.
I don't know what date.
It's just Saturday. We watch college football all day Saturday. Anyways, we are going to the season opener. At the time of this recording, we are going to absolutely smoke the Titans. Sorry, Cam Ward, but you are going to get your first L delivered of your NFL career, which is great for us. Anyways, sporting events in Denver, super great ease of access. Even if you're not a Denver Broncos sports fan, which you will become one when you move here, at least if you're my friend, it's kind of a requirement. They can be your second favorite team, like Eddie. Eddie's from Pittsburgh and he likes the Steelers, but he goes to Broncos games because I force him to. But he supports local. So yes, if you are an NBA fan, NFL fan, NHL fan, all of that stuff is kicking off right now. The drive to Denver is really not that bad, especially if you take the back road. Obviously, you'll hit the Denver traffic, especially on that sporting event day, so just be prepared for that. Another great thing is all the family activities in general. Easy access to Denver, and we just went to Elitch's this weekend with the kiddos. That was super fun.
It's always such a good time.
Water World,
Well,
my favorite.
And the cool thing too, you guys, about kind of like the ease to, it's nice because Colorado Springs, as you guys know, is a little bit smaller than Denver. Denver has a lot more bigger attractions. They have the Denver Museum. They have the Denver Zoo. We have a way better zoo.
Ours is better.
Zoo. But you do have that. They obviously have the Denver International Airport. They have the Gaylord Hotel, which we've been a few times. We haven't been for like some of the attraction part of it, just because our kiddos aren't littles anymore.
The winter experience at the Gaylord, though.
That is really, really cool, to where, you know, they put on shows. They have, their pool is heated, and then they have like a ice thingy. What is it called? Like an ice sled.
An ice thingy. Technical term.
You guys, you get it. But it's nice because you can still participate in all that stuff, even if you're not like a crazy sports fan like Sean, but you want to do something family friendly. There's a ton of adult activities. They have the Grizzly Rose, which they put on concerts all the time. They're local concerts. They have Red Rocks. They have Fiddler's Green. If you live in Colorado and you're watching this, you have not been to a concert at Red Rocks, you need to do that. And if you are a person coming into and buying or moving here to Colorado Springs or to the Colorado area, Red Rocks is an absolute must that you have to go experience. I don't care what genre of music you go to, it's freaking an amazing place. Right there, at your fingertips.
So, in case you haven't realized, Colorado Springs is freaking amazing, and we absolutely love it here, and we know that you will too. If you are considering moving to Colorado Springs or have any real estate related questions at all, Crystal and I are your absolute go-to resources. Please call us or shoot us a text at 719-238-1771. We always love to hear from you guys. Comment below. Is there anything that you guys want to hear about? Do you want me to hear about ooh, we should give them a weekly recap of every Denver Broncos game and my personal analysis on whether they're good or bad and who to look for. Are you in fantasy football? If you're in fantasy football, comment below. Let me know. This is my favorite time of the year.
There's going to be so many football references, you guys.
I got to see if I have a jersey. Do I have a jersey?
Oh my goodness.
I might. Oh, look at this. Keep going.
He's crazy. This is what I have to deal with, you guys, on a day-to-day basis.
We got stuff. I don't know what we got, but we got stuff. Look at this. Oh, this is a No-Sean Moreno. He was one of my favorite running backs. We got an Elway. I have others in my, I'm probably too tall right now. I have others in my actual closet, but these
I don't know where you got that one.
Look at all these great jerseys.
Anyway, you guys, we hope that you enjoyed this. And if you guys have any questions, like Sean said, we are your go-to people. And we hope that you will tune in to the next one and have a wonderful week.
Go Broncos.